It's time to react. What's going on YouTube? Hey everybody, welcome back to the Brad Steele channel. Steele Reactions Yataka is where it's happening. Thank you guys for joining me on the Bradical bandwagon today for another reaction video. And today I am checking out Bo Burnham's country song. Bo Burnham's country song. This will be interesting. Bo Burnham does not strike me as a country song kind of guy, but we are going to see what this brings to the table. Bo Burnham's country song. I have a feeling this will be delightful. Thank you guys for helping me get over 109,000 subscribers. Silver play buttons up there. You guys made it happen. Thank you guys so much for your help. My covers and original music, some of that, as always, will be available at the end of the video. Here's a snippet of one now. You're not alone in feeling the pain. You're not the only one who's felt that way. If you want to hear the full thing, like I said, it'll be available at the end of the video for you to check out. Thank you very much. For right now, it is Bo Burnham's country song. Without further ado, hitting play right now.
Any big fans of country music out there? Yeah. Oh, some people extending my name. Boo. That's also approval. I think country, it is the exact opposite of honest. Where instead of people actually telling their stories, you got a bunch of millionaire metrosexuals who've never done a hard day's work in their life, but...
Okay. Now, he has a great point right here. And I'm sure he's going to elaborate on this. But, you know, I got so much I could say. I'm going to let him say what he's got to say, and then we'll see where it goes.
They figured out the words and the phrases they can use to pander to their audience, and they list the same words and phrases off sort of Mad Lib style in every song, raking in millions of dollars from actual working class people.
Yep.
You know the words, you know the phrases like a dirt road, a cold beer, a blue jeans, a red pickup, a rural noun, simple adjective. No shoes, no shirt, no Jews. You didn't hear that? Sort of a mental typo. I walk and talk like a field hand, but the boots I'm wearing cost $3 grand.
Yes.
I write songs about riding tractors from the comfort of a private jet. I could sing in Mandarin.
That is hilarious. So I think this is a lot of the problem that people have with a lot of the country music today. Yes, you have people writing lyrics about small towns and not having much money and having to work hard and all of this stuff. And the whole time their listeners are like, you got so much money you don't even know what to do with it. You're on a private jet. You live in a mansion. You cannot relate with the problems of the average everyday person whatsoever. And yes, it's literally pandering to an audience that you have nothing in common with. We see that a lot in politics too, but I'm not going to go there. Let's keep going.
You still know I'm pandering, hunting deer, chasing trout, a Bud Light with the logo facing out. Hear that subtle mandolin? That's textbook pandering. I own a private ranch that I rarely use. I don't like dirt. One verse, one chorus in the bag. Now it's time to talk to the ladies. I'm hoping my southern charm offsets all these rapey vibes I'm putting out. Good girl in a straw hat with her arms out in a cornfield. That is a scarecrow. Thought it was a human woman. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
A cold night, a cold beer, a cold jeans. Strike that last one. I'm whacking you. I hope you're feeling me. Subtextually. We go to bed, you doze off. So I take your country girl clothes off. I put my hands on your body. It feels like, hey, it's a scarecrow again. I'm Mandarin. pandering.
So one of my favorite lyrics so far, and it was so subtle, but it was about the Bud Light with the logo facing out. Because they want, it's a sponsor for Bud Light, and they got to make money from it. Don't get me wrong, I think there's probably a lot of country artists out there today who do try to be honest, but a lot of this stuff is like, you're hearing about the perspective of somebody who's got to work their fingers to the bone every day just to make an honest living from people who, you know, and I'm not going to criticize anybody for being successful and for, you know, if you can have a mansion and a private jet, good for you. I'm not saying you should turn it all down for me, but when you're up there singing about lyrics about living on a small farm and, you know, just trying to make an honest living and, you know, living that backwoods lifestyle, when we know you're not. We know you're not doing that. And half of the girls that y'all are singing about in your songs, you wouldn't even look their way if they walked past you in a restaurant. You know? You're going with what you think they want to hear. This is very brilliant on his part. Let's finish it.
Write songs for the people who do jobs in the towns that I'd never move to.
Yes.
Legalize gerrymandering. Tolerate my pandering. You got a beautiful mouth, I got a beautiful. Y'all dumb motherfuckers want a key change. Thematically meandering, emphatically pandering. I got a tight grip on my demo's balls. Say the word truck, they jizz in their overalls. You don't know what land you're in. I'm in the land of pandering, and I'll be up front. I do what I do because I'm a total country boy.
Oh, heavens. Well, I mean, where's the lie, as they say? I loved the line about singing about towns or something like that I would never move to. Yeah, I mean, like, you got a bunch of these artists singing about how they love living in a small town. Meanwhile, they all live in, like, L.A. I mean, even Nashville at this point, which is where a lot of country artists live. Nashville's big. Nashville is much bigger than it was 10 years ago. So Nashville's a big city. And again, I'm not going to fault you for living there. I love Nashville. But to talk about that, I mean, you're pandering. He said it over and over again, pandering, which I admire him for coming up with so many rhymes for pandering, because that can't be easy. But you're pandering to your audience and what you think they like, even though you can't relate with them at all. And there's a lot of dishonesty there, and people can sense that. And as he talked about in the old days, and I know everybody always says the old stuff's better, but I mean, when you talk about Willie Nelson and Dolly Parton and Johnny Cash and Ronnie Millsap, I'm going to throw his name in there, you got some of the greats from back then. Man, they used to sing about real life stuff that everybody could relate to, and not just stuff that they knew would make them a buck, you know. So I totally get where he's coming from. I think we all understand what he's saying. And I think more so than anything, with not just country music, but I think with all genres of music, I think we're sick of being pandered to. I mean, I look at artists like NF and people like that, artists who just... I mean, look at Bo Burnham's latest stuff. The Inside special. Why have people flocked to that so much? Because he's literally telling you about every way he feels as he's cooped up in his home in the middle of a pandemic when he thought he was going to be out touring. He's letting you in to his real emotions and his real feelings and what he's really going through, and people just gravitate to that. People like that. It would be different if he was just clearly trying to pander to his audience to just try and say something that they would buy, but no, he's putting himself out there for better or for worse. And I think we need more of that in music, because I think that's what people really want to see now. Thank you guys for joining me on the Bradical bandwagon for this reaction video. Don't forget, 109,000 subscribers right now. Silver play button's right there. I'm trying to move up that YouTube ladder. You can help me do that. If you enjoy my channel, you can click the red subscribe button, and then there you are. My covers and original music, some of that should be on your screen right now. Thank you guys for joining me. Take it in, soak it up. Bye, everybody. You're not alone. So keep it together.